Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of The Fad Show. On today's episode, the time has come to do the 50,000 mile service on our 2021 Toyota Tacoma. We absolutely love this truck, and it has been nothing but flawless in the time we've owned it. I actually haven't made a video about it in years because, I don't know, we just use it all the time. It's a daily driver, workhorse for the property. Road trips, it does everything, never given us any issues. It's amazingly comfortable. The 6-speed manual transmission is awesome. But yeah, the time has come to do the 50,000 mile service. And I'll just put a plug out or a disclaimer out that this is my 50,000 mile service, not specifically what Toyota recommends. And honestly, I was just reading the maintenance and warranty guide that came with the truck. And it is really confusing trying to figure out the maintenance schedule for this truck. There's a ton of information on the forums. I mean, these third gens are so popular that, yeah, there's just like a great wealth of knowledge online. But I do feel like it is really confusing trying to figure out the maintenance schedule, because some of the forum posts that have everything laid out for you talk about changing like differential fluids at like 15 and 30,000 miles. And it says like severe use or whatever. And I was just reading in the Toyota manual, and the only time I can tell from reading it that it ever actually tells you specifically to change differential transfer case manual transmission fluid is if you're towing or under heavy load. That being said, like I said, this is my maintenance schedule that I do for all my vehicles. I do 5,000 mile oil changes. This has had 5,000 mile oil changes its entire life. We bought the truck as a certified pre-owned with 7,000 miles. It's at 50,000 miles now. So it had its first oil change, I think, as part of when it got traded in as a CPO at 7,000 miles, and then we did at 10, and then it's been every 5,000 miles since then. But I always do gear oils at 50,000 mile intervals in all of my vehicles. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the front differential, the manual transmission fluid, the transfer case, the rear differential. I'd like to flush the coolant, although I forgot to order that. So that may or may not be on this video, depending when I can go and get that. I'm going to do spark plugs. I think those are 60,000 miles per this, but I'm just going to do it at 50. That's usually what I do, again, in all my vehicles for my maintenance schedule. And a brake fluid flush, which I am a one-man band today, and I need help for that because this has the TRD off-road package, so it has the A-track system, and I need to use TechStream to flush brake fluid, so I can't do that today. And I think that's it. Oh, cabin air filter, and then this is like the one thing I don't like about the TRD is it has the reusable air filter, so I need to clean and oil that. I don't know. I just like the paper ones personally. It says not to use them, but I really wonder if it would make that much of a difference if I just put a paper filter in it. But for now, I've just been cleaning and oiling that. I think I mentioned everything I wanted to, so with that, let's get to work. All right, the first step to do not everything up front, but to do the front differential is to remove the skid plate. And I guess I forgot what size that is. I was really willing it to be a 14, but I guess it's a 12. These do have retainers on the back, but I don't find them to be terribly reliable. And the bigger ones are 17. This is a little difficult to do on your own. All right, if you're from the South and wondering why my truck is so oily, it's because it was winter time here in the Rust Belt, and it's covered with fluid film. So crack the drain plug or fill plug loose first. Yeah, gear oil always looks nasty, like from the factory fill. I'm not really sure why, like if it's something they put on the gears for break-in, but the first time always looks pretty bad. And it's really cold, so that's why it's probably thicker than you would expect. But I don't see any metal flakes. And it doesn't smell burnt, so yeah, definitely I don't know why these factory fills just always, the first time you do it, always don't look particularly good. So it's probably better to do it maybe even sooner than 50, but that's what I typically do. So here we are. The next time I do it at 100, I bet it will look significantly better than this. And this is a magnetic plug. There's like some very fine black ferrous material on there, but nothing to be concerned of. Just normal break-in. My microphone died here, but I'm just reinstalling the drain plug with a new Toyota crush washer. I'm just snug tightening things for now. I'll torque the drain plug and the fill plug at the same time. The torque spec is 48 foot-pounds for this drain plug, which is kind of surprising. It's quite a bit for a drain plug. And this takes about 1.6 quarts. So it should take 1.5 or so of these liquid moly bottles. And I believe it's a GL3 or GL4. This is a GL4 liquid moly 7590, which is my preferred gear oil everywhere except for manual transmissions, which I'll talk about later when we get there. So those liquid moly ones are really good for like the first 2/3 of the bottle, and then they just get really difficult. So I had a Valvoline, whatever, soft bottle that was almost empty. It's not the right fluid weight, but it was almost empty, so I just dumped it out. And then I put the remnants of the 2 liquid moly bottles in here. So I don't really think it needs much more, but there it goes. Sweet. And I put a new crush washer on the fill plug as well. And the fill plug is 29 foot-pounds for its torque spec. All right, so I'm just working my way down the drivetrain. So the next thing I'm going to do is the manual transmission fluid, which is 24 millimeter fill plug and a 24 millimeter drain plug. That oxygen sensor is kind of in the way there, so maybe that might be something that's worth moving, but obviously I was successful without. And 24 millimeter drain plug also. Wow, that was not on there tight. And that looks pretty good. Absolutely nothing in there. A little bit dark, not as bad as the front diff. Smells like gear oil, not particularly burnt. Pretty much the same boat as we were in with the front diff. Like, happy to be changing it now. And like I said before, I bet like when I do this at 100,000 miles, both like everywhere, I bet will be a lot clearer. Like I said, for some reason the break-in oil is always darker, in my experience. And I have another new crush washer for the drain plug. This is actually the same crush washer as the transfer case, I believe. I'm just gonna snug this down for now and I'll torque it when I do the fill plug, which I'll probably over torque it by hand, which is what I usually do. And this is the gear oil I'm going to be using for the manual transfer case. Some Redline MT90. As much as I love liquid moly products, I've never been particularly impressed with the shifter feel with the liquid moly gear oil. This has like the synchro mesh additive in it. I don't know. This is what I've used in vehicles in the past and gets good ratings. I'm gonna see if I have a shorter tube for this. I forget what the spec sheet is, but I think this was like 2.4 quarts or something like that. So I'm gonna be here for a while pumping this in, especially with how cold the oil is, because I left it in the shop overnight. So technically the spec for this is 5 millimeters below the lip. I don't know how you're supposed to measure that, so I'm just gonna do it until it spills out like I always have. And personally, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it, but that is not what the Toyota manual says to do. And I'm not gonna make you watch this. I'm gonna be here for the next 45 minutes probably. All right, so I looked up again how much it's supposed to take, and it was 2.6 quarts, which is about exactly what I put in there until it started just barely spilling over. Since it is the 5 millimeter below, I don't wanna do my normal super healthy pour out. So I think this is 27 foot-pounds, and I don't think I'm gonna get my torque wrench in there with the oxygen sensor there, but I will torque the drain plug. Actually didn't go over by hand, surprisingly. And next, moving on to the transfer case. Plenty of room to work here. Again, looks pretty good, no metal. Probably the best so far, honestly. Not burnt. And the transfer case is actually the same exact drain and fill plugs as the manual transmission. So if you're having trouble finding the part number for the crush washer, it's for the transmission, it's the same as the transfer case. And I think it's the same torque spec also, but I'm just gonna snug this up for now. And then I'll get my gear oil, but this is actually an SAE 75. So this is what I got for the transfer case. It's a SAE 75. This liquid moly is actually a manual transmission fluid, but doesn't really matter. I tried to get the Toyota fluid for this, but they're actually sold out or no longer made or something, I forget. I couldn't find it anywhere. And this takes 1.1 quarts. So should be just over one bottle, and luckily it actually lets me make use of these liquid moly bottles a little bit better than the front diff did. And it shouldn't take very much of this second bottle. Yeah. So it's pretty much spot on the 1.1 quarts that it said, because these are liter bottles. So this one sure was easy. It was like 5 minutes start to finish. And sure enough, this is the same bolt and same torque spec as the manual transmission. 27 foot-pounds. Cool. And now moving on to the rear axle. Oh. And again, no metal. Probably the cleanest of all of them so far. Which makes sense, it has the most volume and doesn't smell. Very cold. And this one has a magnetic plug, and there's a little bit of It's very fine material, but nothing to worry about. This oil looked really good, and it's super cold, so I'm not going to worry about trying to let it drain every time it last drop. And this one takes the most volume of all of them, like 3.5 or 3.6 quarts or something. So it will be squeezing for a while. All right, and same gear oil as the front. Mine does have the locking rear diff, but since it's electric, it's the same fluid. Close, so I'm just going to use the remnants of what was left over from the front diff. Because I do have one more new bottle, but I prefer not to open it if I don't have to. That was like perfect. Maybe. I was like to wipe off the lip and make sure it refloods to. It's like a half full one I had in my oil cabinet. I really think I should be there. Perfect. And this torque spec is 27. Actually, I didn't even look it up. That's just what my torque wrench was on. This one's 36. Slightly more. All right, that's all the gear oils. So I think this is where I'm going to end the video. It feels good to replace all those fluids. I'm actually excited to drive the truck and see how the manual transmission fluid helps or doesn't help. Sometimes that makes like a surprisingly big difference in your shifter feel, and sometimes can be like whatever, make it a lot better. But everything went really smoothly. Feels good to get new fluids everywhere I did. A few things I mentioned at the beginning that I think I'll kind of leave going forward is I will flush the coolant probably at like the next oil change or something. I just forgot to stop and buy some coolant. And then I did actually look in the manual to see what the Toyota spec was for the spark plugs. Once I got done with the fluids, I was kind of done for the day, and the spark plugs per Toyota are 60,000 miles, and they are iridium plugs. So I think I'll just stick to the Toyota recommendation for that, so I'm not doing everything all at once every 50,000 miles. And the modern day iridium plugs just go forever, so I'm not really too worried about it. That's something I'm happy to stick to the manufacturer warranty on. So yeah, hope you guys like this video, and stay tuned for next time.